Welcome back to Impossibly Unremarkable, a podcast hosted by myself, Jonathon Butts, and my longtime friend, co-host, and Lisan al-Gaib, Elliott Markson.
That is right, and we're back for another episode of this podcast. And today, we're just two kids listening to our parents fight, going, please stop fighting. Look what you're doing to us. This is going to give us trauma in the future. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's right.
Did you really crack that mid-intro?
I was thirsty.
What is wrong with you?
I was thirsty.
Couldn't have waited a few seconds?
I was thirsty.
Some people probably hate that.
I bet there are people.
Some people are probably like, man, I heard him open a beverage. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Actually, I had a coworker that listened to the Truth or the Hot Ones episode, whatever that one
Couldn't
was.
do it.
Hated it.
Yeah, I get that.
And like the sneezing,
the chewing, the
whole
yeah,
lot.
that one's probably a battle for some people.
Only true fans can get through the Hot Ones episode.
True, the most dedicated.
You don't really get that in the actual show, which means we're doing something wrong, or we're doing something right.
We don't have like a sound guy like that. I think they probably work really hard not to pick up the chewing sounds.
It's true.
We are not that. I'm not Sean Evans. You kind of look like Sean Evans.
Because he's bald?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
And, he's... No, that's it. That's the only similarity.
Oh.
No, you guys...
Stop.
He dated a porn star. Did you see that?
I saw that it was announced that he was dating a porn star, and the next day they broke up.
Yeah.
Which feels kind of fucked up.
I wonder if he, I don't know why that happened. I wonder if he just, couldn't take the heat.
Maybe couldn't take
Got too much attention for... Ironically, he couldn't take the heat of dating a porn star.
Which is sad. I like to think that the reporting wasn't super accurate on it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it just wasn't even true.
Yeah.
Or if they were never, officially dating.
Yeah.
And then he had to come out and be like, we're not dating. Or he just said, we're done. That's done. But, I mean, I don't know. If it was, they were dating and then he just, didn't like the attention about it and then they broke up. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it was pretty cool. Yeah. He was dating a porn star. I was like, man, the Hot Ones guy's dating a porn star? That's sick.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. What's been going on with you?
Well, first I want to apologize for last week. I was pretty heated.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had a big fight.
Probably the biggest fight of our friendship.
Yeah, that was a huge disagreement. You were screaming. You got all red and sweaty.
But I do want to say that the feedback I've received on that episode said it was really good, really entertaining.
Really?
So what I've taken away from that is I should be meaner.
Mm-hmm.
I should be more adversarial towards you, more aggressive even.
Yeah, bring it on.
I'm going to start today, right now.
Yeah, give it to me.
This is what the people want. This is what the people will get.
What will we disagree on today?
I mean, we got a ton of great feedback last week.
I haven't heard a peep.
Well, because you don't have your
I don't
ear to the ground.
I don't keep my ear to the ground. I don't keep my eyes out peeled for what people think of this podcast. In fact, I shut it all out. After we're done recording, I just pretend we don't even do this podcast.
That's true. You just walk out like nothing happened.
Yep.
Like I didn't just bare my soul to you for an hour.
Exactly.
We did get a new YouTube subscriber, which...
Shout out that guy.
Feels sad to be at the stage where one new YouTube subscriber is something to talk about.
Hey, it's a tough place to grow.
It is a tough gig.
Especially if you're not focused on it. So
yeah,
maybe if we gave a little more focus and effort to the whole YouTube space, we could blow up
the social media sphere. We got no engagement on our posts. So I'm like, why am I doing this every week? I mean, we get our listens to our episodes, and some people watch on YouTube, but Instagram, no one gives a fuck on Instagram.
Hey, if you're a follower on Instagram and you miss the posts, hit us up. Email us at impossibly at unremarkablepod.com and let us know. Hey, Jonathon, keep posting, bitch.
But our YouTube subscriber, when I was reading the comment, he was like, "Great work, guys. The camera could be a little lower. Other than that, keep up. Keep at it."
Like, good talk.
I'm like, oh, was the camera angle really that bad? Something cut off. And
yeah.
Then I looked at his and I'm not going to out this user and their username, but
why?
Cause man, that's a loyal subscriber. I'm not going to do
right.
them dirty like that. But their username alludes to enjoying socks. So, that kind of person. And I'm like, oh.
He was into socks.
Into socks.
I think he wanted to see our socks.
He wanted to see our socks.
If you're listening now, sock guy,
sorry about it.
we typically wear shoes.
Wear
And
my
this is,
Tevas.
I'm not giving that away for free.
Yeah, you got to pay for that.
You got to pay for our Patreon if you want to see our socks.
Yeah.
In fact, we do have a separate camera on the floor just showing our feet. But that is, for those who pay for it. So maybe check that out, buddy.
But keep listening.
Yeah, but keep listening because obviously, good talk.
And if the feet are what keep you loyal.
Hey, if you're coming back for feet, as long as you're coming back, right? That's all I got to say.
That's all it comes down to. It's all numbers to us,
Sure. For sure.
I've had a pretty good week.
Really?
I've recovered well from my depressive episode.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you bounced back fast.
Yeah.
You were in a depressive episode and you're already, what are we, like a week later, you're already back on top.
Oh, it was my depressive episode.
You turned it all around.
I wasn't depressed long enough for you?
Well, I don't know when you call it an
Next time-
episode. It's like...
I mean, an episode, yeah. It was a couple days.
Okay. Is that typically... It's a typical lead time for your...
No, that
for your
was
depressive.
That was very atypical. Usually it's months,
Months. Ooh.
years, even
Decades.
decades, millennia. No, it was just a funk, and I feel like I'm out of it
It's good.
for the most part.
It's good. What'd you do to get out of it?
Oh wait,
Oh, it's back. Oh. Just comes on that fast.
yeah, like
Just like
Real
out of
fast.
nowhere. One day you're fine. The next day you're going back into the depths.
no, but I just spent a lot of time outdoors. Been walking a ton.
Really?
It's been very nice to take advantage of it. Went for like a 9-mile walk.
9 miles.
Couple
Walk?
days ago. Yeah.
You walked 9 miles?
Yeah.
That
What am I gonna do, run
How long were
9
you
miles?
walking for?
Like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
I feel
20
like
minutes.
9 miles is a long way to walk.
It was great though.
Wow. Good
It was
for
awesome.
you,
I
man.
Saw a lot of wonderful things out there. It honestly got me really excited because it was one of the days that it was like 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this feels like summer. I'm so excited for summer. I'm going to try to get out there and do a ton of stuff and
Woo!
see what's there to be seen.
Yeah.
That, and I saw Dune Part 2 before
Oh,
you
heck
did.
yeah.
Before you
You
did.
did see it before me.
Saw it opening night. And I keep thinking about it. Like, I can't stop thinking about how good it was. And
It was
I'm
good.
thinking that I feel like we don't have the same appreciation for the film.
No, I loved it.
You're telling
Why
me.
did you love it? What was great about it?
Every single thing that you would like evaluate a film on, they knocked it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
It had humor in the right spots. It had a
Sure.
very compelling story, incredible action scenes, beautiful cinematography, a great score. I mean, everything was perfect.
Yeah.
Javier Bardem was fucking awesome in it. Timothy did great. As always.
Zendaya.
Zendaya. I'll say this about Zendaya.
Mm-hmm.
She did a wonderful job, but there were definitely a couple lines that I felt pretty flat with her.
Really?
Yeah, just the delivery.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I thought she was great.
If we were in a theater together, just you and I, we were watching it, I would point it out. I would be like, that one didn't sit right with me.
That one didn't quite hit.
That one didn't do it for me.
Florence, though, she did great.
For the 3 minutes she was
Me
in.
and Florence are on a first name basis.
Oh. Oh. Well, I mean, what else would you call her? Ms. Pugh?
Sure.
Ms. Pugh. That's weirder.
Pew pew.
If you called her that.
No, she did great. I'm a big fan of Florence Pugh. I thought the movie was good. I enjoyed it. I feel like they did a really good job of making the bald whites really scary. They were
Yeah, the bald whites.
like, that's what they were.
I'm sitting right here, dude.
What are they called? Oh. Yeah, you would fit right in with them.
The Harkonnens? I was thinking about it.
You kind of look like a Harkonnen.
I would have to shave my beard and my eyebrows, but
Yeah.
it could be a great Halloween costume. I
Oh,
would also
yeah.
have to get ripped.
Which-
or incredibly fat.
You could be
One of
the big slug man.
Baron.
Yeah, whatever. See, it's hard for me. Like, I follow the movie and the plot, but ask me a character name, I don't know if I could tell you. Besides Paul.
Zenday's character.
Johnny.
It's something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Slugman.
Slugman. It's
Austin Butler.
Baron Harkonnen. Fade something? Something?
You made that one up.
No, I'm pretty sure
That's
it's
not
like,
it.
It's like Fayd.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fun movie. I definitely like Dune a lot more than Star Wars and all those. I feel like it's the best fantasy, nerdy shit type movie that I really like. I don't normally like those.
I think it's unfair. Like Star Wars has never really had someone direct a film of like the same quality.
That's true.
And level.
Like the visuals of Dune alone are insane.
Yeah.
That movie's awesome.
Just really, really, really well done.
Yeah. Love the sand people.
And I also just learned how to pronounce the director's name, and I've already forgotten it.
Oh, I don't even know who directed it.
It's like
some guy.
Denis, Denis. I think it's Denis Villeneuve.
Hats off to them.
They did Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, that makes sense, though, the visuals then, because Blade Runner's crazy.
Crazy.
How do they get off the worms, though?
That's what I was thinking.
If you haven't seen the movie, they ride worms.
They ride worms.
That's not a spoiler. They ride worms.
Yeah.
How do they get off the worms?
They never show it. And like there's points where like multiple people are riding the worm, and it's like how are you? And there's like people that like fragile people, There's a pregnant woman that rides a worm.
How was she riding the worm? How did she get on the worm?
How does she get off the worm?
Because the way they get on the worm is just going. Because the worm is living in the desert. It's living its life. It's off to the races. You call it with the little pounder, the little pounding machine, and then it comes, and you see it in the distance. You see the sand moving like the ocean, and it's just coming in hot like a damn train. And then they just hop on it and then grip onto it with these little hooks. But like you saw him in the movie traveling with like lots of people on all these worms.
30, 40, 50 people.
How did 50 people get on the worm? How did the pregnant lady get on the worm?
If there's a way to like slow the thing down, but they don't show it.
They don't show them.
Like they just kind of take advantage of the fact this thing is barreling.
I don't think that they have enough control of the worm to fully bring it to a stop.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know. That's why I think I'm going to take my Letterboxd rating down to 4.5 stars.
Did you give it a 5?
I think so.
Nice.
But I think I have to deduct half a star because how the hell do they get off the worms?
I hope they focus on it in the third installment.
It just doesn't make sense to me. It's one of those things where I don't know if I can get over it because it's one of the coolest things about the film when he gets on the worm, when he calls the big daddy worm or whatever it was. The grandfather worm. He called that big guy, and then he got on him. That was sick. That was one of the highlights of the movie when he really became a furman. Right? Is that what it's called?
Fremen. A furman.
What's a furman? Is that something else? A fremen? What's the difference?
Well, furman,
a made-up word.
A furman, I think of like a furry.
A furman. Furman is something.
Furman?
Sure.
It's like a...
Whatever. They'd both be made-up words with meanings assigned to them, so... Yeah, but I thought it was cool. I just wish we could see them get off the worm.
Maybe that was like a deleted scene.
They actually thought about this, and we're like, man, people are going to question how they get off the worms. How does this all work? So they shot a scene with Timothy, getting off the worm, and he just kind of like lowers himself towards the edge and then just slides down the worm.
I want to see it in a director's cut.
But it just didn't quite work, so they were like, no, we're going to have to cut that and just let people wonder. Which I get it,
I want to go back. I want to watch it again.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be on HBO or
No,
Max.
I want to see it in IMAX.
Yeah.
It's because we saw part 1 just at home.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with a movie like that, like of size and scale and how impressive it is, you just can't really do it justice when you're watching it at home.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I have a beautiful 65-inch LG OLED.
Nice.
2023 model.
I also have a 65-inch Samsung.
Not
myself.
Not OLED.
I don't know what
my
that means.
TV has pure color, the blackest of
pure
blacks.
Color.
Yeah, man, pure color.
What is that? Color is pure, dude.
You have to have an eye to tell the difference.
If I need a specific eye to appreciate a better television, then I don't think it's worth it. Who cares?
You're just a lower class. That's all it comes down to.
You just don't have the eye that I do to watch this TV.
No, my several years ago, my brother Daniel is a very generous gift giver, and so we had decided we were going to get my mom a new TV. And Daniel, being the guy he is, and like TVs nowadays, you can get like a large TV, a large 4K TV for a couple $100.
Yeah.
And he was like, "We need to get an OLED TV. They're like top of the line. And
Sure.
at this point, it was like $1,800 for it. I was like, okay, I guess we'll do it. And then when I started using it, it's like, okay, yes, this makes sense. This is a fucking great TV.
It's awesome.
Which is why I sprung for that one. When you see over there.
I mean, honestly, though,
My
like,
recommendation of the week, spend $1,500.
fucking buy yourself a nice TV, dude. Wreck of the week. Honestly, though, like, spending a lot of money on a TV is worth it. Like, obviously to a point, but I've never regretted for a second buying a giant TV.
You use it so often.
I use it all the time. I love it.
When people come into your home, they're like, that's a man that knows how to entertain.
Yeah.
And be entertained.
You go to my basement, it feels like a fucking movie theater.
With the size of your space, you need to be rocking 75 minimum.
I have a small space for a basement. It's not that large, at least not the distance from where you sit to the TV. So 65 does plenty. Although I did try to get Megan to go for 70 inches when we were going to buy it, and she just didn't want to do it.
No dice.
She said that's too big, and I lost that battle, but we got 65. So what can you do?
My next
Can't win 'em
TV
all.
will be twice as large.
Really? Do they make them that big?
They did. Yeah, they.
Do you have the space for that? Yeah, but how do you? The other thing though is the bigger the TV you get, the bigger TV stand you have to get.
That's true.
And wow, like I mean, like that's how do you do that? Unless you're gonna mount it, but once it gets so big,
The company I work with works with LG, and apparently we have a 136-inch display
dude,
coming on.
you got to get it,
It's like
please.
$40,000,
dude. So what?
It's like it's consumer.
That's just like an education.
It's like a commercial thing, not for the
Okay,
not for the average.
That's never stopped Americans from civilians buying commercial items.
If I was like a wealth hoarding, greedy, rich man, then I would.
As if you
know?
wouldn't be one of those if you could.
No, I know that. Like I know people, and I'm one of them. Like I don't particularly like rich people, but I know that like if I became wealthy, I would do stupid rich people stuff.
I would become the person I hate.
Yeah,
100%.
I accept that. That's hypocritical.
This
I
is
can
how it
understand that there's a dynamic within the world in which the wealthy people kind of do whatever the fuck they want, and I'm not really cool with that. But if I was rich, I wouldn't be mean to people. I wouldn't like look down on people. But I would spend the shit out of my money.
I know for a fact if I was rich, I would buy myself a chain. Like a really crazy chain. Like that I have no business wearing. And I would wear it just so you know, like, yo, I got your house on my neck right now. You know what I mean? I spent the coupe on this, dude.
You would be stunting?
I would. Is that what they call it?
Stunting? Yeah, stunting.
You know, when rappers are like, spent the coupe on a wrist. They spent the amount of money you'd spend on a car on their on their watch.
I don't much care for that.
I would like to be like that.
I wouldn't do that.
I would aspire to have a nice watch.
I would get a big old house with a home movie theater.
Yeah.
And I would host. Never mind.
What were you gonna host?
I thought I was gonna host an orgy, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't really want.
You don't need money to do that. You could just have an orgy.
You wouldn't want to do that in a theater.
No, well, probably not in a movie
You
theater.
don't want to get all that.
Also, like if you're playing a movie during the orgy, people are probably going to get distracted.
Yeah.
I mean, you want people probably focused in the activities occurring within the orgy. Also, again, you don't need money to have an orgy. You could be poor and have an orgy. There's no...
Yeah, but
unless you're charging admission, I don't know how those work.
Having been to several, the higher class ones, the ones where you can tell more money has been pumped into the event.
You've been?
Yeah, I'm part of a Facebook group. MN Swingers. It's probably real.
It's probably real. It's probably real. No, it probably is.
I'm the admin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You look like the admin for MN Swingers. If there's a guy walking on the street that looks like the admin for MN Swingers, it's you.
No, it's like some burly man and like wife, you know.
Sure.
It's like swingers, like that's a couple thing.
Yeah.
Do Emily and I look like we would swing? Fuck
honestly,
no.
Kind of.
No.
You kind of do.
No.
You kind of do look like swingers.
What does that
I mean,
mean?
I'm not saying that you are, that you ever would. I'm just saying if I pictured two people in our friend group that would become swingers, you guys are probably the most likely.
That's so far from the truth. It can't be. What is she?
I could see it.
What look is she giving you right now?
She's kind of nodding, yeah.
No, she's
giving
not.
a couple thumbs up.
You're lying. Damn, this corner of
What
the
is
wall.
that? She's holding up the page for MN Swingers.
You look more like a swinger than I do.
No, I'm a dad.
What does that have to do with anything?
You can't be a swinger.
Statistically speaking, if you are a father or a mother,
Yeah.
you're 63% more likely to swing.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa!
I've done the
That's a
math.
stat that blows me away.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure once the kids get older, it could happen. But Wesley's, he's
Well, yeah,
he's a handful.
Swinging is like a middle-aged thing, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's a young man's game.
No.
No.
That's what we're trying to bring awareness to
We need more young swingers out there.
with Young Adult Swingers Minnesota 2024.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, I could see you hosting an orgy. Maybe like what? Like when Always Sunny in Philadelphia when when Frank and Dennis go to an orgy and it's like they're wearing the masks and there's like a bunch of food there. Like there's a whole spread. Yeah, I feel like I could see you at one of those events.
What's the password? Orgy.
Exactly. That definitely seems like something I could catch you in. Maybe not participating in the orgy, but definitely there for the spread.
No, I'm very sexually repressed.
What the fuck does that
I
mean?
don't know. I'm just saying shit. That's all we ever do is just say shit.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like I'm going to regret saying that at some point.
Yeah, maybe. Megan's been trying to watch Oppenheimer for the last week.
Okay.
I don't think she's finished it yet.
I just want to point out what a strange segue.
Well, I just figured we had to get away from that whole thing, that
Megan's
whole
been
swinger
trying.
bit. Yeah. Speaking of swinger, no, she's wanted to watch Oppenheimer for a long time because everyone said it's good and she wanted to watch it. She likes to be in the loop. And obviously Oppenheimer is a movie that you should watch on a big screen similar to Dune. And she's been watching it on our little bedroom TV for the last week, I think. I don't know, because she's broken it up into segments. She's like, last time I heard she was on night 4 of watching it. She'll watch it in like 30-minute increments. On day 3, I'm pretty sure she was halfway through. She's like, this is just a bunch of white men talking in a room.
Well,
and she's
yeah.
right. I mean, she's right.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to follow this story if you're in a theater and like
not,
be engaged
Not watching
in
it
what's
over
happening.
the period of a week.
Right.
That
Sitting,
might be the single worst way to digest Oppenheimer.
yeah, like sitting in your bedroom where your smallest TV in the house is, sitting in bed, most likely on your phone for some of it, and trying to watch Oppenheimer. I can't imagine that being a good watching experience. But so she's been chipping away at that for a while. We'll see if she gets to the end of it.
She's going to give it a bad rating.
Probably. I don't even know if she'll be able to rate it.
That's fair.
Is her rating even valid at that point?
Letterboxd, it accepts all types.
That's true. That's true.
Very inclusive.
Yeah, so we'll see if she ever gets to the end of that road. I don't know.
Can I just say that I invited you to a hike with our friends, and
Yeah.
it was a great hike.
Was it?
And you weren't there, and it was a great hike.
I would have been there, but again,
In
we had to
spite
go
of your
see
absence.
Dune. I told you we had to go see Dune, and it was the only day we could see Dune because Dune is fucking 3 hours long, and we need a babysitter. So
Just go. The solution is staring you in the face.
What?
You want to watch Dune? Buy a ticket each day of the week.
We
and
thought of
go
doing
in
that.
for about 30 minutes and then
Oh.
leave.
no, we thought about just splitting it up, like one of us goes and sees it, and then the other does. But again, it's 3 hours. Like I'm gonna go be gone for 3 hours.
I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to answer honestly.
Yeah.
Would you trust Emily and I to watch Wesley
Yeah. Sure.
for 3 hours?
Sure.
Then use us, man. We're dying to take care of a child.
Really?
Not really, but we would do it for you.
I mean, yeah, you can babysit him.
I feel
He's a little more of a handful now.
well, yeah, I would do it. I would take care of him the way I was raised.
Oh.
I would leave the house and put on a movie. Just kidding. It was a joke. I had a great mom. Have a great mom. Continue to have a great mom.
Is she okay?
She's. Isn't that the worst part of a podcast? Is you'll say something and then immediately regret it, and just know that I am not good enough at editing to to take it out.
Yeah, that's my fear every time we step up to the mic. That Jonathon will just never edit out something that should never have been said.
It's a dangerous game we play.
That's true. The other thing we did was we've been doing walking practice with Wesley. So we've been practicing walking. You get him up on the little walker, and then you let him push it, and then he takes his little steps, and we're trying to get him so he's full on walking. But it's a process, you know. He gets tired. He doesn't want to do it all the time. But I mean, today I was going hands off, wasn't even touching him. I mean, I had my arms around him in case he fell, but he was pushing it and just taking a couple steps here and there. It was amazing.
Remind me again what the age is that a child should be walking?
Literally,
I know it's a range.
I mean, the average is probably about where he's at, 11 months a year. So, I mean, he's pretty much on track. He'll probably be walking in a month. Yeah, I know. You were making that face. Believe me, I'm making the same one.
Things are going to change, man.
No, I know.
Once he can move like that?
Dude, kids change so fast, it's crazy. As you get older, the amount that you change takes longer amounts of time, but the younger you are, the more exponential it is. So, when you're a baby, you change so rapidly, you know? So it just happens so fast, from month to month. You know, you're doing a new thing, you're developing a new skill, you're becoming a new person, you know?
That would be one of my fears as a potential parent. It's
Why?
What if I'm just a bad teacher? What if I got a 3-year-old that just can't walk, can't talk?
I don't think that's even possible.
Well, because we don't walk in the apartment, and we certainly don't talk. So how would a child?
You guys okay?
How would
You guys still talk?
How would a child pick up on these crucial life skills if we're not actively doing them?
I mean, kids are pretty smart. I think they would, figure it out eventually. The talking, I think just talking around them and in front of them.
Well,
I think
we inchworm everywhere, and then we write it. We write our thoughts down.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a problem.
Okay, no kids.
I have wondered about that though. You could really mess up your kid. Just teach them the wrong word for something on purpose, just to see if they would just learn it
if
wrong.
They're dumb and they fall for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's not a couch. It's a lamp. It's called a lamp. And then they just grow up thinking couches are lamps and lamps are couches. And pretty soon they're at school asking for a spare eraser instead of a pencil.
Okay.
And they're asking to go to the living room instead of the bathroom. And soon they're not going to recess. They're going to Porkville. I don't know. Whatever it's called.
Episode title. Going to Porkville.
Good. Nice. Crushed it.
Thank you. That saves me 15 minutes later tonight.
Anything I can do to help, really. Yeah. I mean, my week's been pretty chill. We're preparing for Hawaii. So we're going to Hawaii this coming week. Can't wait.
Jealous.
We'll be in Maui. I don't know, I know there were fires over there, so I'm hoping, the conditions are okay. I'm not really sure where they're at. I haven't been keeping up with it, but I know, the city of Lahaina got hit pretty hard during that time, so I don't even think you can go there. I mean, I don't even know what's there.
Just make sure that if something tragic happens to Hawaii after you've spent time there, that you get on Instagram and you post a picture of yourself enjoying Hawaii and you say, I loved my time in Hawaii. Dude, this is so sad.
That was the most insane period of time. Why do people do that? Oh, Hawaii's on fire. I'm going to post pictures of myself on vacation in Hawaii when it wasn't on fire. I love this place. Are you kidding me?
People do that with...
You just want attention. You just want another excuse to post your vacation
people do that
photos.
With every fucking tragedy.
That's so crazy. If 9/11 had happened now, people would be posting pictures of themselves in New York City going, oh, what a tragedy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. But people would.
Yeah, it's true.
Be feel for the people of New York. Here's me on the Empire State Building. You know what I mean? That's what we live in now. That's society at this point.
We would be Way better off without social media at all.
Well,
Everyone's so fake and performative all the time. Even now, as we sit, I'm putting on a persona for you to make you happy, to make you laugh.
We're supposed to put on personas for this?
In reality, I'm a very serious person.
It's true. I've never heard you make a joke outside of this podcast.
It's true.
You're so serious.
But I do it for the culture.
Yeah. No, it's just like a fucking brag fest, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I like don't really post anything anymore. I mean, like I'll post like Wesley sometimes or family stuff. I'm sure I'll post something from Hawaii just because I feel like the pressure of needing to do that. But like, it's just like, I don't even care. And I don't think I have enough followers for people to even care what I'm posting.
That's fair. I'm mostly mad about social media because I don't have enough people caring about what I say. That's what it really comes down to. If I'm being honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. My Twitter follower count has slowly declined over the years.
Who cares about that?
I do. I just told you I did. I don't tweet anymore.
And it's also called X now, so.
No, it's not.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we're preparing her for Hawaii. We've been packing. Wesley's got some sick-ass outfits he's going to wear. A lot of muscle tees. Some cool little Mickey board shorts.
Will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
When you're over yonder, if you have a really good meal, can you just text me a picture of your meal?
Yeah, I will.
I love food.
Dude, the food there's crazy. I wish we were going to Mama's again. We've talked about Mama's, the best place I've ever eaten at. I don't think we're going again. I think I was supposed to make that reservation, but I would have had to do that like 6 months ago, so didn't do it. Probably longer than that, actually. I don't know, but I think I'd called once, but the time difference is like 6 hours, so by the time I called, they weren't open.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I called too early. They're 6 hours behind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't think I ever made that reservation. Sorry. It's to my wife. I think she wanted me to. But yeah, so but they've got good food there. Last time there was like pineapple with like volcanic salt on it.
Sounds gross.
So good.
I don't like pineapple.
Unreal.
Pick a different food that I might like.
It looked nice though. Visually appealing. Instagrammable.
Pineapple with salt on it?
Yeah, it was sick. And they put the little like flowery, like, you know, it looks nice. There's presentation to it. I'll take a picture of my avocado toast when I get it.
No. It's like seafoody. You eat seafood.
Yeah.
You'll have seafood. I want to see a picture of it.
Yeah, I'll have some ahi. Some oni.
You sound so pretentious.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the most. You just wouldn't get it. You haven't been.
You're right. I might never go.
Why?
What do I?
Just go.
You see money falling off me?
Come on, man. Just go. When people are like, "Oh, I can't go on vacation," like, just go.
No, I do go on vacations, but it's like to go see my family.
Go to Hawaii.
It's expensive.
Forget
man.
your family.
It's expensive.
Take them with you.
Where are you staying?
We have a family connection where they have condos there.
All right.
So we stay there for free.
Interesting. The first or second greatest expense.
So like, just get yourself a Connect. Just get a Connect.
Do I get to stay at that condo?
If you came with me, probably. Maybe next trip. We'll talk next trip.
Don't get my hopes up.
I'm excited to go. I can't wait to snorkel again.
I'm very excited for you.
I'm going to swim with the fish. I'm going to swim with the turtles.
Meanwhile, I'm going to record a solo podcast.
That'd actually be sick. I'd love to hear what comes out.
Dive into my thoughts. It could get dark pretty quick.
Next week is actually just going to be Jonathan's deep, dark thoughts.
And it's going to be like found footage style.
How would you do that with an audio
Carefully.
media?
Carefully, very carefully.
Okay.
Yeah, found audio. That's a total. That can be.
Okay.
That can be a thing.
It'll just be like, guys, I'm in my apartment alone. Emily's not here, but something's going on. Heavy breathing, like obviously heavy breathing.
Yeah, heavy breathing is like 80% of any sort of like lost audio.
For sure.
I'm gonna scream a bunch and just try not to get the cops called.
That'll be really great. You should try it. I would love to. We won't even record ahead, and we'll just see what you come up with. I give you full reign.
Could be pretty bad.
Put my name on it. Stamp my name on it. I'm ready for it.
What if it's really good though?
Then
I
fire me. I guess.
Push you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You post one episode of just you, and it's like our most listened to. It just blows up. People love it.
That would be.
And this podcast goes from Impossibly Unremarkable to Johnny's Corner.
Don't give me ideas, man.
Hey, you can start a side project if you want. I ain't gonna stop you.
Wow.
Do you have a wreck of the week?
We're out of time, man.
Fuck.
Just kidding. This is.
Do you have one?
This one's pretty obvious, but
Wreck of the week.
go to the dentist. I went to the dentist for the first time in like 2 years.
Ooh.
And before that, the period of time I was going to the dentist was the first time I'd gone to the dentist in like 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't take care of my I mean, now I'm trying to do better, to rectify my past mistakes and not really paying attention to the health of my teeth. Go to the dentist. Well, I had gone to the same dentist that I had been seeing since I was like a kid, since we moved to Minnesota, and I fucking hate that dentist.
Yeah.
Like every time I would go, they would fuck up with my teeth. They would like just dig around in my mouth, and like my mouth would be sore. I would get sores in my mouth, and it was just a fucking unpleasant experience every single time. And they would take forever to bill me. So like a year later, I'd be like, "Hey, why do I owe $1,000? Oh, it's for this fucking,
What did they do to you that was $1,000?
Well, I mean, that's the other thing about like I can complain about dental insurance forever. The fact that it's treated separately from like your regular medical insurance, and that they're allowed to put a cap on it. Like your medical insurance, they can't cap how much they'll pay out in a year. Whereas like your dental insurance, oh yeah, once you hit $1,500, that's my current plan, you're fucked. It's like, okay, I hope I better only need $1,500 worth of stuff done.
Yeah.
Which might be like, oh, Jonathan, that's a lot of money to spend on your teeth. No, it's not, when like a cleaning costs like $400.
It's true.
But anyways, I found a great new dentist. They're very kind there.
Ooh.
I do have some stuff scheduled that I have to get taken care of.
Nice.
And I hate going to the dentist because it's never pleasant.
No.
And I always like my old dentist, despite what you may think, like you see me, you see like who I am, you might assume that I have a large mouth. And I can open my mouth large.
I
like,
don't think I've ever actually thought about
Really?
how big your mouth is, but
I can't open my mouth very wide. And so my old dentist would like get mad at me. Wider. You need to open your mouth wider.
open it.
You need to open your mouth wider. Don't talk. You just like say stuff like, try not to move. Try not to fidget. It's like, dude, your fist is in my mouth. What do you want from me?
I don't think you're going to the right dentist if he was fisting your mouth.
What do you mean?
That's not normal. They don't normally do that.
No, like they're like, they're like playing with your tongue and stuff.
You know when they're just slapping your tongue around?
Yeah. But anyways.
Your dentist doesn't spit in your mouth?
Well, the new one doesn't.
Oh, that's good.
The old one did.
Oh, yeah. No, good thing you got away from them.
Yeah, and I would like fidget and be like, bad boy. Don't, naughty. And then... But yeah, that's my recommendation. Go to the dentist. Get your shit taken care of. And most people are like not an idiot like me.
Yeah.
I let things linger. The reason I went to the dentist is because I've been having toothaches that have translated to like migraines.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's good advice. I was also very notorious for not going to the dentist regularly. I, too, not that long ago, went to the dentist for the first time in years. It was a longer amount of time than I'm willing to even admit. It was horrible.
Longer than what I admitted?
Yeah.
Wow.
Longer than a couple years?
Yes. You got good looking teeth.
2 years plus. I hadn't been in so long, and I was so nervous to go. I'm like, they're going to be like, my teeth are horrible. We have to rip them all out. You'll never have teeth again. In fact, you need dentures. That's what my fears were. I'm an anxious person. But I get to the dentist. I make an appointment. Megan's very proud of me. I make an appointment at this local place, and I get in there, and there's two people in the office. There's the front desk girl, and I say girl because she was like, might have been a minor. I don't know. She was doing homework, I'm pretty sure. Maybe she was in college. I don't know. Young-looking girl. And the dentist. It's all who was in the office. And they were both Russian. So I get in there, and I wait a while, because obviously there's one dentist. So there was 3 people waiting for their cleaning, and we all just have to wait till it's our turn. And I get in there, And she's like, how long has it been since you've been to the dentist? I'm like, it's been a while, whatever. I was telling her the amount of time. She's like, okay. And then she hooks me up to this little machine. She has me bite down and like scans, and then does the scan of your teeth like normal, whatever. And then she takes me into the chair and sits me down and just starts cleaning my teeth. She doesn't really say much. Like she said a few comments here and there, but like she just starts digging and just going. She like gets the fucking hook out and just like
Ugh,
I could just, because I had like built up plaque and shit, like on the backs of my bottom teeth was pretty bad. And she was just going like whatever and was flossing my teeth. And then she was like, you've got to floss. You're bleeding. You've got to floss. Floss every day. And I'm like, yeah, for sure. And then like the cleaning was violent. That's how I would describe it. But it was really good. I mean, my teeth, I walked out of there feeling like $1 billion. But we get to the end of it when she's done cleaning, and like I was like very tense and like kind of like stressed about what was going on, worried she was gonna say something at the end like your teeth are horrible. But she stops, she ends, she's like done, and then I just let out this like like sigh, and then she just turns to me, she goes, "You're alive."
Nice.
And then that was it. That was the whole appointment. I walked out.
You didn't have any cavities?
I didn't have a cavity, no. No cavities.
Wow.
She had some plaque buildup that she cleaned out. No, I've never had a cavity.
You've never had a cavity?
I've never had one, and I still haven't.
Wow.
Yeah. She said, oh, the other thing she said, because I was like, she's like, no cavities. And I was like, yeah, cool. I've never actually had one, so I'm surprised. And she was like, you can thank your parents for that. It's genetic. I'm like, you rock. I love you. So I'm going back for sure.
I get cavities. I mean, I have cavities every single time I go to the dentist.
Really?
Yeah. I have 3 that I need to have filled. And before that, the last time I was like, okay, now it's time to go to the dentist, which I think was 2020 or 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever your brother's bachelor party in the woods was. That was when that was the reason I decided to go to the dentist, was when my wisdom teeth were trying to break through my skin.
Oh, I think I remember you talking about that. That was 2020.
Yes, it was fucking excruciating pain. And then I was like, okay, now it's finally time for me to get this taken care of.
Damn.
And so like I got my wisdom teeth pulled, and then that same year I got a root canal. And
I got a root canal?
Yeah, man.
What do they even do for that?
They like drill into your tooth and like remove the nerve.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Does that hurt? I guess they numb you up.
Yeah, it's more like just kind of uncomfortable because obviously you're like awake for it, but you like you see a specialist for it. Endodontist, I think is the term.
Okay.
But they were like great. It was that like it. I mean, it happened. It fucking wasn't fun, but it also like I didn't walk away being like my mouth feels awful.
Right.
But then when I went back to my dentist to get like fitted for a crown, that was the single worst like medical experience of my life.
Why?
Because they so you know how like a regular dentist has that small tube tool that they can use to like suction.
Mm-hmm.
They had what looked like a giant vibrator that they were using to suction out my mouth, and the assistant or hygienist or whatever her title was that was assisting the dentist who was trying to like fit, my mouth is small for who I am as a person.
Tiny mouth Jay.
And so the dentist got his hands in my mouth, and she's also got this device in my mouth trying to like, keep it as dry as possible. And she's like literally cutting up my mouth, and I'm like laying there and like just a couple tears just like rolling down my face because it's like this is excruciating pain and I can't do anything about it. And he'll like, keep your mouth open. I'm like, sorry, man, you're fucking killing me here. And I couldn't eat for a week after that because I had sores. I had literally developed sores all over my mouth from how much they had dug into my mouth.
Dude, you gotta like speak up. Like you gotta go to your dentist and be like, I have a small mouth. I can't open it very wide. I've left the dentist with sores and horrible things going on with my mouth.
And so
please be gentle. Please don't be mean to me.
I just like
and don't spit in my mouth.
Does that hurt? I'm like, what is it? Like, no, I'm crying because I just really fucking love it.
There's tears coming down my face. What do you think?
So since then, I'm like very reluctant to go.
Yeah.
Not because I like hate the dentist so much, and that like I don't care about my teeth. It's that I don't want to have to like do that again.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a deep cleaning? How long did your cleaning take?
30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, for this cleaning I have coming up, they blocked out 2 hours for it.
What?
So I'm like, this
Dude,
might be
what?
fucking awful. Yeah,
Dude, that's crazy.
but they're gonna be super thorough. And
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm hoping they just like it won't take 2 hours, and they're just like blocking that time out just in case. But they're like, yeah, we'll do a deep cleaning where we'll like get under your gums, and I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking awful. So I'll probably say something. I'll probably be like, hey, just so you know, I'm prone to crying.
I'm a crier.
When you're using metal tools to scrape my mouth. But
Man, the dentist is crazy. Also, doesn't everyone bleed when they floss you at the dentist? They do it pretty aggressively.
Yeah, because it hurts, man.
Yeah. I'm like,
dude,
of course I'm
the
bleeding.
feeling,
no shit.
The feeling of the string like rubbing up against your gum.
Not a fan. Yeah.
But congrats to you. Good job of taking care of your teeth.
Congrats to you.
I would know.
You did it. No, you did it.
This is like appointment 1 of like 4 this year.
Well, you got it.
They're like, yeah, after the cleaning, we'll want to see you again in 3 months just to check on the progress. And then 3 months after that, and then another 3 months
You could probably just say no if you didn't want to.
No, because I'm deciding I'm committing.
Okay.
You know, I'm going full speed ahead. I want to make sure I, have better teeth going forward.
It's good. Because that was my thing this year. I wanted to be more hygienic. So I took care of my teeth.
Started showering.
I bought cologne. I shower more.
You just didn't own cologne before that?
Well, I had like
it's not like
I had like sprays or like
you
scents.
also like don't need to wear cologne.
But I bought like cologne, and now I wear it a lot.
Honestly, I love the smell of your cologne when you started.
What?
What? Your cologne.
What do you mean?
Did you have a recommendation?
I do. I want to talk about Love is Blind.
We're almost out of time.
I don't give a fuck.
Like, not even lying. I'm not even joking.
There's no time cap on this. I can talk all night if I want.
The meter's running.
I want to talk about Love is Blind, the newest season.
You've already done this.
I'm doing it again. Because now I'm caught up all the way. I've caught up all the way. So actually, well, not quite, because today they put out the season finale, which is the weddings. So Love is Blind is lit. So I'm going to spoil some stuff probably. So if you don't want Love is Blind spoiled up until the season finale, skip ahead. I don't know. So there are multiple couples. There's my favorite couple, AD and Clay. They're awesome. Their communication is great. They're super sweet.
What a weird thing to say.
What?
Their communication is
It
great.
is. They have the best communication of any couple. They're clearly going to make it. I think if anyone's going to get married, it's definitely them.
Are you like rating them like they're like racehorses?
I don't know. They're my best couple.
This one has the best strength.
They're my number one couple right now. Dude, this dude like Jimmy, like he sucks. I gotta be honest. If you're watching Love is Blind, Jimmy, you know what I'm talking about. Jimmy sucks. So he's like this guy. His closest friends were just like 2 women. One of them he'd already slept with once. And like, because there's a section of the show where like they meet family or friends or whatever and they go out. And like the 2 people he chose to meet this woman he's going to marry are just like 2 women, one of which he's had a relationship with. And those were his closest friends that they went out to bond with. This guy sucks. And then this other guy, like he got out of the pods, was with this woman, and then after being with her for a while, realized he picked the wrong girl. So then there was a point of the show where they all got together, like everyone who was in the pods, even the people who didn't couple up, and then he ended up like they were already broken up at that point because he told her like fuck you, whatever. And then he started talking to this other girl, and there's this hilarious scene where they're interviewing the one girl that he broke up with, and then she's like talking about how much of a piece of shit he is. And then when he's with the other girl that he decided to go with instead, he's like, "You want to ride jet skis?" So then she's like, "Should we do that here? Like, you just like so-and-so's over there." And then he's like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. I don't care." So then they get on these jet skis, and then while they're interviewing the girl he broke up with, you just see like people riding jet skis in the background. I was like, this is awesome. This show rocks. Like, I don't know if that clip was for sure them on the jet skis, but I like to think that it was. Anyways, the other couples, Jimmy and the girl who's annoying, and Jimmy sucks. They're in line to get married, and I don't like them. So I don't think they're gonna last. I'm pretty sure one of them is gonna say no. And then the third couple is maybe the most boring couple of all time, but you know they're probably gonna get married and have a great marriage because they're so boring.
How are their communication skills?
Not that great.
What are their libidos like?
Low.
Oh,
I don't know. It's like his name's Johnny, which I don't know. If your name's John, like I don't like Johnny. Like who really goes by Johnny?
I think it's fine as a nickname, but it's weird. Like if you exclusively
This
go
dude
by Johnny.
exclusively goes by Johnny, and his fiance Amy. Like they're very nice people. I just find them super boring, and also Johnny's like obsessed with like not having kids yet. So he's really obsessed with like birth control. Like he kept like saying like I can't have a kid. He's like 27. He's like I don't want to have a kid for like the next 5 years. Like I can't have a kid. Like I'm not going to do it. Like she's like, and for some reason like she wasn't on birth control at that point, and she made that clear. Like for whatever reason some women aren't on birth control because of the way it affects their bodies and all that kind of stuff. And like this dude was literally doing research on getting vasectomies at the age of 27 because he didn't want a kid. Like this guy's nuts. Like he's like, well, it's actually like not that as reversible as I thought it was. So I don't know if that's like an option. So like we'll have to figure something out. So like those two are crazy, and Johnny's a weirdo.
Does he not like the way condoms feel?
Dude, I have no idea. That's what I was saying. I was like, what is wrong with condoms? Like, just wear a condom if you're that crazy about it, bro. Like, chill. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, clearly his pull-out game probably isn't very good if he's worried about pregnancy all the time. Like, geez, how is that his number one thought? He's getting married, and his only thought is, man, I don't want to put a baby in you yet. Like, dude, chill. Like, dude, just take a rest. So those three couples are the ones in line to get married here. They're the only ones left. Everyone else is either broken up or not found somebody.
Can these people not, like, are they in a competition to get married?
No. So the way it works,
can all three couples get married?
They can all three get married.
Oh.
They just have weddings for these couples. They go to the wedding, which is the episode that I'm going to watch probably tonight. And they go up to, they do the whole wedding. Their families are there, all this stuff. They've already picked out tuxes and wedding dresses, the whole deal. It's a real-ass wedding. And then they get up to the altar, and then they ask each of them if love is blind, and if they say yes, then they've agreed to get married and stuff like the I do's. I'm pretty sure they do that. Whatever.
They're like, they just say, "Is love blind?"
I don't know. Like, do you believe? Well, I don't know. Well, whatever. They say I do or they don't. Whatever. So then they have the option to say yes or no while they're at the altar. So that going into it, neither of them really know for sure if the other is going to agree to get married. But if they both say yes, then they will get married for real. Isn't that insane?
But it's already happened. I'll look it up and tell you what happens just so you...
Oh, it probably has. You probably could.
Aren't anxious about it.
But, you know, all that being said, AD and Clay are probably going to get married. And the other ones, who cares? But what I'm really excited about is the reunion, which is next week while I'm in Hawaii. So I'll have to watch it then. To find some time, carve out some time in my vacation to watch the reunion, because the reunion is the best, because that's when they all get together and they're like, you never loved me, you were such a bitch, and then like they just like shit talk each other and there's drama. It's awesome. It's great.
I can't stand reality television.
Dude, Love is Blind. This is maybe the best season yet. It's amazing. It's incredible. I can't get enough. So Wreck of the Week, Love is Blind. I just spoiled it all for you, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens because you just got to see it happen.
I'll be honest, my question sucks.
Just give it to me. Hit me with it.
And we're out of time.
Shut up.
So I'm gonna give you this question.
I don't care about time, dude.
What what movies or television shows did you watch in your childhood that you feel most shaped who you are?
Naruto.
Okay, so good question. Watching
Rock Lee just fight Gara in the tuning exams, that really, really shaped me.
In what way?
Just like how hard he worked, you know. Naruto's not just about ninjas and fighting and jujitsus, you know. Like Rock Lee was an underdog story, you know. We all wanted him to win. We all thought he worked hard to get there. Gara was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and a sand monster on his back. You know? That's not the entire lore. I know it's like a whole nine-tailed fox, like the whole whatever.
Don't worry about it.
But the point is that Gara, actually, I'm pretty sure he had a pretty terrible traumatic backstory as well. But we were all rooting for Rock Lee, and that scene, that fight, couple episodes there was pretty crazy. I mean, the scene where he jumps up on that statue, and then he's like, "Guy Sensei, can I take them off?" And he's like, "Yes, Rock Lee, blah, blah, blah." You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Come on, you've seen it. And then Rock Lee pulls these like ankle weights off of his legs, and he drops them, and then they explode on the ground because clearly they were that heavy. He's been carrying the weight with him to train himself as he's just living. This guy's incredible. He worked hard, countless hours, and then just the emotion of that battle. It made me feel something for the first time. Also, the Pokemon movie. Did you see that? the Mewtwo one?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Where the Pokemon are like dying or whatever it is.
Really, really stuck with you, didn't it?
Yeah.
Whether they're dying or something.
Ooh, you know what show really stuck with me? The Steve Irwin's show, where he would the crocodile hunter.
Is that really stuck with you?
Yeah, man. Wow, look at him, he's a beaut. Crikey, he's a big one, isn't he? I don't know, he'd say shit like that.
Yeah, I can tell that really.
Oh, he's an angry one.
Really,
I don't know.
Seeps into the very foundation of your character.
This venom of this spider. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, he's an angry rattlesnake.
I don't know that shaped you so much as you just really like Australian accents.
Well, now I can do an Australian accent, so that's pretty sick, right?
I guess it is.
I could do a Steve Irwin. I don't know if I could do like a regular.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a beaut. I don't know. Come on. As if Steve Irwin didn't make an impression on you as a child.
He did.
He taught me to love animals and appreciate nature.
I don't know that I really watched the show a ton.
Really?
I mean, no.
We'd have Animal Planet on for our dogs all the time. So I'd sit and watch it with them. Crocodile.
Dogs like watching like reptiles?
My mom had this thing in her head where she thought the dogs wanted to watch TV, so she naturally would put on Animal Planet because they're animals. So it's their TV.
The dogs that the only dogs I've had in my life are dogs that can't, because some dogs can and some dogs can't like follow along or process what's on television.
Yeah.
Like our cat Freya, she will sit and watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not she understands things.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're comprehending, but yeah, I'd say, definitely Naruto and Crocodile Hunter and Pokemon movie. For sure. Top 3. I don't know, man. I do fuck with Naruto, though. I will rewatch the tuning exam episodes 1,000 times. I'll watch them right now.
Be my guest.
What's your answer?
For sure, Community has like...
Oh, God.
What? Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding, man.
Rock Lee. He had ankle weights.
Megan's going to stop the episode as soon as she hears that. She's going to be like, fuck this.
I feel like it's baked into the foundation of my humor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that and Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Where I really, really became funnier.
For sure.
Because the writing on those television shows is light years apart from any of the other crap that you're watching.
Oh, another one. MTV Cribs.
Okay. This is just stuff you liked watching.
Yo, that T-Pain episode, did you see his house? It's incredible.
Dude.
In 2005, his house was crazy.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That one.
That you actually look, he bangs,
That one is actually really good. Codename Kids Next Door.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
I was more of a number 4 guy myself.
Nigel Uno, number 1.
Whatever.
What? He had glasses.
You're more of a number 2.
You're more of a number 2.
No.
Fuck you, man. Which one was number 4?
He was the short little man with the bowl cut.
Oh, yeah.
I think the orange sweatshirt,
that's
right?
you.
Yeah, that's me.
Wait,
Identified with him.
Is number 2 the big guy?
I don't even remember.
Look it up. Is number 2 the
If it's the big guy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't even remember what he looked like.
Number 3, I think, Red Hat girl.
Yes.
Number 5.
We're just gonna go through all the.
Number 6. Yeah, that was my answer. You need to bust out this bizarre news. And if you're not talking about the Willy Wonka experience, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Oh, dude, I should have talked about that.
You really should have.
Dude, that was crazy. That we can talk about both things. That Willy Wonka experience was crazy. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Dude, did you see that?
I just brought it up. Real quick, if you haven't seen this, some fucking idiots put on this event in the UK in which they used a bunch of AI images of like Willy Wonka imagery,
Right.
to like entice parents to spend £45 or whatever the fuck they use over there to have their kids go to this interactive Willy Wonka experience. When they got in there, it was just like a mostly empty warehouse with a couple of like props and decorations to make it kind of seem like Willy Wonka, but really it's like a very concrete, very, sterile almost.
Yeah.
And like they had 2 girls dressed up as Oompa Loompas, and they kind of like, and I feel bad for the lady who's like famously
Some of the actors have come out and said like after like I don't know what the fuck was going on. I'm sorry for everyone who
like
purchased.
A British like stand-up comedian was like hired to be Willy Wonka and was like given a script and like just was like at a certain point was like, yeah, just kind of ad lib and just kind of do your own thing.
Yeah.
There's like this one person dressed up as like the villain, the unknown.
It was the unknown. So I saw this whole thing like I watched this video from the just talking about it, and part of it was like this interview with the guy who was cast as Willy Wonka. And he was like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't think if you look at me, obviously I give Oompa Loompa energy. So like, he was like, I don't know why I was cast as Willy Wonka. And then he said that he was given like a 14-page script that was clearly AI generated. Like it didn't make any sense. And like at some point there was just like this character that doesn't exist in the Willy Wonka universe that was known as the Unknown. And if you see, there's a video of it and it's literally this guy just dressed in like dark, like
it's a girl.
Is it a girl?
It's a girl.
I didn't see a person dressed in this like
a black cloak and then like a plain silver mask.
Yeah, it was like the creepiest. Like it looked like the Babadook or something. Like it was crazy.
What's that? It's the Unknown.
That clip's crazy, but it's just like,
and like this experience like promised like candy and shit for the kids.
Yeah,
the kids got a cup of lemonade and a single jelly bean at the end.
Yep,
insane.
Horrible.
That's why you can't trust AI, because these people probably got completely in over their heads is what happened.
Oh yeah, I mean the marketing looked incredible. It really did. Yeah. If the experience had been anything like it was marketed to be, it would have been awesome.
But if you're like, if I'm a parent and I'm like, what should I do for the kids? And I find this, this website promising this wonderful experience, and then I look at the images that are clearly AI generated that have like text on them that hasn't been corrected, so it's just like kind of fucking gibberish. I might be like, okay,
this doesn't seem real.
Maybe not. But I don't have a kid, so maybe I would have felt a lot more excited. Like, oh my god, I get to take my child to this really cool Wonka experience that ends up being really fucking creepy.
There's probably just like one dad who's like, I've got the kids this weekend. We're going to do something really fun. And then
I've got custody this weekend. I got to really impress upon the kids.
I think I'm losing Jimmy. I really need to make him love me again. He gets there. It's, what is that? The Unknown. Fuck. Going back to their mothers.
It's just weird because like Willy Wonka is definitely the villain of the Willy Wonka stories.
Yeah, kind of. But he's also the hero.
He's the protagonist and the antagonist.
What a complex story.
Someone should explore this in an interactive art form.
So that was crazy. The other story that I had, real quick, I've just got some celebrity drama for you. Some updates. Miley Cyrus reacts to Tish, Noah, and Dom love triangle? This is strange.
Get it for the thumbnail.
Nice. So basically what happened here with the Cyrus family, so apparently Miley wasn't in the loop of this. Her mom recently got married to this man named Dom. He is an actor. He was on Prisoners, that show.
Never seen it.
Whatever. or whatever, prisoners. That's the thing I saw. Whatever. I don't know what else he's been in. But anyways, so she married this guy, and then it came out that he had previously had a fling with her sister, Noah Cyrus, when she was 24. This guy is 50-something right now. So, this guy had a fling with Noah Cyrus and then went on to marry her mom. How strange. I just thought it was crazy.
That is bizarre.
Like, I mean, how would you feel if you had if your parent had stolen a partner from you?
Not good.
Would you like to have slept with the same person that your parent had slept with?
No.
Me neither.
No. Definitely not.
I thought it was some crazy drama. So update
Nice.
on the Cyruses.
We're gonna want to stay tuned on that one.
Keeping my ear to the ground on celebrity news here. Really just a fun update. That's so strange, man. Like imagine you know, my dad just like marries some person that I used to hang out with. Wild.
Crazy. I think it's really gross to have sex with someone and then become their stepdad. Yeah, that's pretty
Strange.
pretty
I bet
gross.
Thanksgiving at the Cyrus house is going to be fun.
Wait, so Miley didn't know this was happening?
Yeah, apparently the way that it worked is she was in the wedding, she walked her mom down the aisle, and then after the wedding had found out the news about this guy
I thought
that her
she
mom
didn't know
married.
that she was marrying this guy.
No, she was in the wedding, walked her mom down the aisle, and then after the wedding found out that this guy she married had also been with her sister. Pretty crazy.
You're gonna have to keep us updated on this one.
I don't know.
I have a feeling this story won't quit.
I don't know what other developments there's going to be.
I have a feeling this is gonna become.
Sounds like they're married now, so I don't know where you go from
this
there.
is gonna become a seasonal arc for us. We're gonna
I mean,
cover
it definitely would probably drive a rift through your family.
That's true.
You know, they may, although I think their parents are already divorced, obviously, with her mom getting married to someone else.
Aw. Billy Ray.
Yeah, Billy Ray, and forget, was it, what did I say,
Jackson.
Tiff or whatever her name is?
Jackson.
What?
Jackson, from the TV show?
Oh, do you know that guy was like 40 when he filmed
I
that?
was just about to say that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. In Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
The brother was like, he was like 38 when they were filming that, playing a high schooler.
He's probably, oh my God, he's probably in his 50s right now.
Oh my God, he's probably like, wow, he's probably almost retirement age.
All right, that's all we have time for.
That's all we got.
We appreciate you tuning in. Goodbye.